Hello. We're back.
Welcome back.
It's the Watchmen.
That's right.
This is 91.7 The Edge, WSUW Whitewater.
We got Drake here, obviously.
Hi.
Riley here as well.
The two guys.
So, Drake, something happened yesterday.
Anything significant?
No, you can say.
The Oscars happened.
That's
for
true.
all that.
They were quite
didn't
surprising.
know.
I was proud of them. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I got to pull up who won what so we know what we're
I'm going to pull
talking
those
about.
up as well. Let's take a look. Let's see. Oscar. Nope, I don't want the nominations. Here we go. So, thankfully, Drake and I were rooting for Parasite. I only just recently watched it, too, what was it, a few days ago?
Yeah.
I'm glad I did before we actually came down to the actual award show.
God.
I also want to talk about, too, what else I saw this weekend. I saw the not-so-good Birds of Prey. Better than Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah, I watched something, too. Well, you can finish.
I'm going to talk about mine first.
You can go. I'll give you
permission.
I
can go?
Yeah.
Oh, I thank you so much for you doing that.
Go for it.
So, essentially, it is... I feel like it's the tone that Suicide Squad is really going for, but they fall victim to the same thing that Suicide Squad did.
This one had to be better, though.
It is. But Harley Quinn carries this movie so much. Her back must have been aching from carrying this movie so much. She is kind of funny. The humor that they attempt throughout it is pretty... very poor delivery, especially by the little girl who's in the movie.
Oh, so it's a Marvel movie?
And they don't truly really get together until it's way too late. What did you just say?
Don't worry about it.
You're saying line delivery is poor from the Marvel movies?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't... So how was Ewan?
He was good in the beginning, and then he got really painful because
he's the villain, right?
He tries way too hard to be weird, and it's very off-putting. Especially he's playing a Batman villain called Black Mask, who's essentially just a crime boss who wears a skull
Black
mask. Yep.
Whoa.
And he's really obnoxious. He tries to be. I've noticed a lot of time, like Jesse Eisenberg did that with the awful Batman v Superman movie, where they try to be like a Joker type person, where they're overly cruel and laugh about it all the time, and that's just what they're trying to be. It gets really painful, Drake, listening to him.
I kind of want to. I still want to see it.
I know
though.
you do.
I don't know why.
I'm baffled.
Yeah, I don't know.
It makes no sense to me.
I couldn't tell you.
I think it's just because you liked Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. She's pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. The overall, I liked from the trailers the overall tone of the movie.
But what I was saying is how it also falls victim to Suicide Squad is that it does the same thing where they just plaster songs throughout it that just don't fit. In fact, they played one song way too... No, I mean when a movie cuts to Boston? No.
Yeah.
Or when a movie cuts to London. The London Calling. I always forget the name of the song because whatever.
I think it's London Calling.
Okay, well then
isn't that what it's called?
I don't know, Drake. That's why I was asking.
Oh, I think.
But yeah, the movie's plastered with pop songs that nobody wants to hear, just like Suicide Squad was. It was very strange. And remember, literally, it was 5 songs back to back after each other. Remember that in the beginning of Suicide Squad when they're doing the montage,
they just put as many possible,
showing all the characters. Yeah, show as many as possible, and that's exactly. It wasn't as bad as that, but it was pretty bad. Same issue.
Did you watch anything else other than... Oh, give us your Parasite review before we talk about the Oscars.
Before we talk about the Oscars?
Now I'll talk about what I watched.
It was hilarious. It was creepy. Not really creepy, but it was very... I enjoyed it so much. I remember I called you after that one really funny part, and I had to express...
Which part again?
I won't tell you, because that's a specific part. I don't want to... Because it could be a spoiler. Remember the lights... Hitting the lights.
Oh, yeah. You really like that.
I won't say anymore.
Yeah, you did like that part.
I love the characters. I love the main guy, too, the lead. Here's the thing. Remember Bong Joon-ho, the director?
Yes.
We don't like Okja very much.
No.
We didn't care for it.
No.
That was a Netflix original.
To be fair, we didn't give it a ton of time.
That's true.
But from what I did watch, didn't like it.
But we love Snowpiercer.
Yes.
Snowpiercer's great. He also directed that. But we should go back, too, to watch some of his other movies that he directed as well, because they definitely seem very interesting. Oh, here we go.
I've watched...
Kang Ho Song is the actor that I really like. He was the guy that was in Snowpiercer.
I've watched The Host.
Other things. Oh, you watched The Host?
Uh-huh.
That's what I was referring to when I need to watch.
The Host is pretty good.
I'm sure it is.
I want to watch Mother. People say Mother is really good.
You're not referring to the Jennifer Lawrence spectacular movie. Wasn't really that spectacular.
I like that movie though.
We did like it.
No, Korean movie by Bong.
By Bong.
A mother desperately searches for the killer who's framed her son for a girl's horrific murder.
Yeah, I was looking at it yesterday.
Sounds like a good
interesting
Bong flick.
I feel like we should explain what Parasite is for those who don't really know what it is, because it's. Do you want to do it, or can I?
I can do it.
Do the synopsis. All right, go.
You can add in if I forget anything.
Thank you. I shall.
So basically, a very poor family in Korea, South Korea, that is. They are out of work, and they need work, and one of the members of the family gets a job with a really wealthy family, and then they basically scheme and infiltrate their way as a family into their family, all as different roles of like...
Yeah, trying to mooch as much money off of them as they can.
Yes. The thing that I liked about it...
But there's a lot of schemes.
The thing that I really liked about it, without spoiling anything, there's not really a clear villain.
No,
there's not a clear bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, in a movie like this, they could have made, like, the wealthy family, like, just, like, total jerks.
More of an antagonistic
like, total
figure.
jerks.
Yeah, sure.
Or they could have made the poor family, like, really, like...
Cynical
awful,
and evil.
Yeah, but they don't. There's not really an enemy.
Their intentions are clear,
right,
for why they're doing what.
And everyone's just kind of like nice. Like the family's like trying to scheme, but I mean they're like doing their job.
Sure, yeah. It's not like they're not. They need to be able to keep their job that they're trying to keep. Anyways, the movie's great. It's funny. It's super interesting too, and. Solid cast of great Korean actors.
Did you? Yeah, you watched the little video I sent you.
Yeah, how happy
on the red
they were.
carpet. They're so cute.
They look so happy.
Them.
They're all together. That's funny.
So what I watched?
I'm proud of them. Wait.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay, no, it's Oscar related. I'm sorry. Continue.
So what I watched? I'm gonna make sure I didn't watch anything else that I'm forgetting about.
I'm gonna look too. I think that was.
I watched.
What?
What's the name of this flick?
Taking a long.
The Nightingale.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called. Underrated film of last year, if I do say so myself.
Explain it.
And it featured...
I still don't really know what it is.
I swear to God, it featured, I think, personally, the most horrific movie villain ever. I swear to God, I think this guy easily
What about when Hitler's in a movie?
Okay, I'm not a real person.
Okay, sure.
I swear to God, he's got to be number one. Like, his henchman's probably number two.
Jeez.
I'm serious.
Don't tell me what happens.
So, I wouldn't. I would not do that.
Sure.
I will say it is... I'll give a trigger warning.
Warning.
I'm dead serious. It's deals a lot with rape.
Yeah.
And it's very graphic and brutal in some parts. But anyways, so I didn't really pick up on what this woman did or like what this family did. But basically, it's 1800s Tasmania, which is interesting.
I couldn't quite place when you and I were watching the trailer, I couldn't quite place where exactly they were, because I saw the British soldiers, but I was just confused of the terrain.
Yeah, so it's 1800s Tasmania, which, I mean, you don't see many movies made out of, like, about. Nope. So that was interesting first. And then it's kind of during the colonization of Tasmania by the British.
Yeah.
And I guess this woman did something to, like, go to jail, or, like, she owed this, like, commanding officer of the British Army something. Like, she had to work for him, and basically she wants to leave and take her husband and go elsewhere with their small child. And it doesn't work, and something horrific happens to the family. I won't spoil. But then it's basically a good old-fashioned revenge tale that brings in ideas of colonizing, and it brings in obviously the tense race relations. I don't know. There's a lot to it, but it was like really well made and really pretty because it's the Babadook director, which I mean, we didn't like that movie.
I like the idea
very
of that
much,
movie, but it's just not executed well.
She's a very good filmmaker, regardless of our opinions of the Babadook.
Sure.
So you should watch it.
Our only example to base it off of, besides this movie, isn't exactly the most positive thing.
Right, but when you look at like the reviews and other people's, like she obviously knows what she's doing.
I think our opinions matter more than what they say.
Well, in an ideal world, they do, but yeah, I highly recommend it. I love a good disturbing flick.
You know, you and I were supposed to watch that together, but I seemed to realize you saw that without me. Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't see it. My mom.
You did see it. What are you saying?
Shout out to my mom. She scours like when new movies come out at the library, and she places holds. So every week we have a rotation of new movies that she brings by. So I was not going to pass up this opportunity. Free. I have the DVD in my hand. I wasn't going to say, well, I'm going to wait. So, but I'll gladly watch it with you.
Glad to know I came to your mind when you said, guess I can't wait. Thanks, Drake.
I think you'll manage to survive. I think you'll be okay.
I don't feel too good after you did that to me.
You'll be fine.
Anyway,
take some Tylenol. We can talk about last night's episode of Curb briefly.
First, I want to talk about another thing I watched
not
that long ago. Fighting with My Family.
Why did you watch that?
That's a good question.
You always watch the worst.
I have no thought behind it.
Why did you watch it?
No thought behind it. I don't know. That's all I have to say.
You're a big fan of wrestling?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I really just don't care at all about wrestling, but somehow I decided to view it, which was a mistake. And it was very average. That's all Nothing else needs to be said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised
Curb,
at all.
that was a great episode.
It was a really good episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about, at least they were natural in this episode. What is it, what's the season again?
10.
Season 10.
I'm sure this will be the last one.
I don't know. Larry's very
I mean, I hope it's not.
Yeah.
But his clock's ticking. He doesn't have much time left.
Looking pretty
Cast
old.
members are going to drop. What's his name?
One already
is gone next.
Oh, why are you doing that to me? Are you bringing up Funkhauser's death?
What's his name?
Bob Einstein.
No.
His dad.
No.
Those guys are all
dead. They did
dead.
pass away. Rest in peace.
Who else are you thinking of that's died?
Richard Lewis. He's gone next.
He's not looking too good.
He's got one foot in the grave, I promise.
See the preview for the next episode? Another person he's in love with?
Yeah, this one looks good.
Oh, my God. This
Vince
one looks good,
Vaughn.
too. I hope it's not so
And
forced.
what's her name?
Oh, yeah. No idea what you're talking about. I don't remember the preview. I just remember Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn and the person that he was on a date with.
I talk about the yo-yoer?
No. The person Richard was on a date with in the preview.
It's
she
somebody
was the
recognizable?
woman that I always forget her name because she reminds me of Amy Adams. She was the, she's the woman in.
She was in. Yep, she's redhead.
Yes.
Something Fisher.
Yes, Isla Fisher.
Yes.
Isn't that her name?
Yep, that's right.
Yes, because she was in what was that one called? Where what was that movie with Vince Vaughn? Wedding Crashers.
I don't like that you said it before me.
Wedding Crashers. Yes. That was so that's her. And John Hamm's in a bunch of episodes, I guess, too, coming up. But
although I don't think I don't know if he's John Hamm or if he's playing a character.
Well, I was kind of confused because I thought it was going to be, what's his name, but he was playing a character.
Timothy Olyphant?
Yeah, so when they weren't calling him by his name, I was
they're
getting
calling
really...
Mike, was it Mike?
Yeah, because it's usually, celebrities are usually playing themselves, so I was thrown off.
And usually a lot of times some of the smaller celebrities will be playing a character.
Yes.
Well, Bryan Cranston played his psychiatrist in last season, right?
Yes.
For a little bit of time?
Yes.
That was okay. Yeah, the first episode was good. The second and third episode were too forced for me. In terms of, it was
second
too much.
Second episode, not good.
He was being too Larry.
I liked the third episode, and the fourth episode was very good.
Fourth episode was my favorite.
I wonder what the Facebook group is saying.
Well, don't say anything's bad.
Don't you dare,
they'll rip you a new one like they did the last time. Remember that second episode of season 9? Not just awful.
I think
really
that
bad.
was the worst one ever.
That was the worst one
to
ever.
me.
I think the Kamikaze one was also one of the worst. That's the one episode
the one
you
I
haven't
haven't
seen.
watched,
That's like
yeah.
the one episode you haven't seen. Can you think though? Is there an episode that's your favorite from Curb?
Yes.
Which one? I'm thinking of one.
It's the Swan episode.
That's a pretty good
That's
one.
my favorite one.
That's
for
a great
sure.
one.
When they're sitting at the dinner, or they're sitting eating lunch, and Larry's trying to tell them to shut up.
Yeah, 'cause
when they're talking
Funkhauser
about what
keeps talking
happened.
about it, yeah.
That was a great. What's yours? Let me guess.
Okay, let's hear it. Hear what your guess is.
You like the carpool episode.
That is a good episode, but I don't know if that's my favorite. It's a really great one.
What's your favorite?
Just think.
I don't know.
Okay, what's the one where Larry? It's the deaf woman, and he's like clean. He's like drying his hands while the husband of the deaf woman's in the bathroom, and he does this, but it means something horrible.
Yeah.
When he's drying his hands, and he says it, but then the rat dog too, and then
I really
Chris
like
Farley's
the
brother's in it,
episode.
Which one?
Where Larry overhears the racial slur.
Oh yeah, in
And
the
then he
bathroom.
says it.
And yeah, with the doctor.
And then
He's
the
in
doctor's
hospital.
walking by.
Yeah. Yep.
What a show.
All right. I think for those that don't know enough about Curb, we should probably end our Curb discussion.
So what? They should watch it.
I agree.
That's the thing.
I agree with you, Drake.
Anyways, we can
The
talk about
Oscars.
the Oscars.
So,
Let me pull up the
Parasite took the heaviest dubs.
Yeah, what's his name? The director tied
Bong Joon-ho.
Walt Disney for the most Oscars at a single event.
Walt Disney specifically, or just a movie made by Disney?
I believe Walt Disney specifically.
Okay.
I'll look.
He made 4.
You know what? I'll find that statistic.
You know, when I was looking at on IMDb, it only says Bong Joon-ho has won 3. Even though, because for Best
No.
International... Look again. Look.
that
you'll see.
can't be true.
What? What do you mean it can't be true? It is true. It only says he won 3 when he actually won 4. He won it for... Because I'm pretty sure, don't they give for international film? It says he didn't win the Oscar for that. Doesn't that go to the director and not the producer? Because he was holding it and he gave a speech during it, didn't he?
Yeah, that's weird. I think
So he should have
IMDb's
4.
wrong.
International, and then he won for original screenplay, best picture because he was a producer, and then best director because, well, he's the director.
Let me see.
So he should have 4, but only listed as him having 3. Yep, I'm looking at it now. Only won 3 Oscars. He won 4 that night. Yesterday, 4 Oscars.
Let's see.
That's insane. 4 Oscars in one night.
List of people who have won multiple Academy Awards in a single year.
I'm just telling you what IMDb
Lots of people
says.
with... Yeah, Walt Disney won
Specifically.
4.
Okay. When was that?
Best
then?
documentary, best short documentary, best short subject cartoon, best short subject 2-reel. This was in 1953.
Yeah.
The Living Desert, The Alaskan Eskimo, Toot, Whistle, Plunk and Boom, Bear County.
I don't know what any of those are.
I don't either. A lot of people have won 2. Yeah, so he's up there. He's tied alone with Walt.
I'm just saying, like, on IMDb, Drake, for whatever reason, they only display him winning 3 and
Do
not
you know
4.
the name Fran Walsh?
Yeah, why?
Who is
that?
it?
No, I don't remember. I
They have
recognize the name.
3, and they won 3 for
Just tell me.
Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. I have no.
Is that the... What is it?
Best adapted screenplay, best picture, and original song.
I think she was one of the big producers, I think, too.
You know,
What?
how do you even become a producer?
Have
Have a lot of money. And then just put it into movies,
lot of
and then you
them-
win an Oscar.
Yeah, because a lot of it's just... a lot of it's either actors who have a crap load of money, the directors that have that money to supply the funds for the movie, or it's just simply the
Can
production
I just
companies
give like
themselves.
$100 to a movie and be a producer?
No.
I'll pay
It has
for
to be
one day of
it's
food
always
for
about
the
a
cast.
significant percentage. That's why only some people are labeled as the executive producers or
producer.
co-producers. A lot of the time they are the ones labeled as who have the less control over the project. It's more about them getting a financial return when the movie makes that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no, I don't
Yeah,
think
this is annoying. The
What?
Wikipedia page says Bong
Only 3.
Joon-ho is 3.
No, it's 4. Clearly something's up. We should do something about it, Drake. All right, let's talk about the rest of the Oscars then.
Remind me quick at the end when we talk about upcoming things. I don't want to forget. My memory's bad. Remind me to talk about Spiral. Anyways,
Okay.
the Oscars.
I will.
Let's go by category. Pull
All
up
right.
Pull up the same one as I have on the Oscars website.
Pull up my own.
I want to make sure we go in the same order.
Fine. Here we go. Oscar winners. Here we go. Full list. Does it have Taika Waititi at the top?
No. Go to the Oscars website.
I'm on the Oscars website.
Winners 2020. See the full list by Steve
Oscars,
Dove.
see the full list. I'm looking at it.
By Steve Dove.
You're telling me you don't see a picture of Taika
Oh
Waititi
yes,
at the top?
I thought you were talking about he was the first
I said, do you
category
see
they
a
went by.
picture of Taika Waititi at the top.
You didn't say picture.
And there he is. All right, here we go. Drake, you want to do the first one?
Yeah. So no surprises that
Yeah.
Joaquin won.
I would have been totally fine with Adam Driver, obviously.
I would have been happier with that. Actually,
Really?
the fact that Joaquin, this was his first Oscar, Oscar's a little bit shocking.
Yeah. Well, he's been nominated
First
for
one- I know,
The
but
Master, Inside Llewyn Davis.
What?
That's the wrong movie.
That's not
What's
him.
the one where he's on the guitar? He plays the guitar.
Walk the Line?
Walk the Line. Oh my God, it's a different movie. Okay, they're both playing
I'm gonna
guitars
host the show
and they're
by
singing.
myself.
That was funny. Thank you for saying that. I liked his speech though. Did you like his speech? I know somebody said it
Yes.
was dark, but
It was
I
a
didn't
little
think- I thought it was
all
great.
over the place.
What?
He went from talking, he was like,
Wrong.
he was talking about one thing, and then he was
Mm-hmm.
talking about drinking animals' milk, and then I mean I liked everything he was talking about, but it was a little like, okay, slow down a little bit.
Thank you, Drake.
You're welcome.
I thought it was a good one.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you. I noticed. Let's see. Best supporting actor was Brad Pitt. I know exactly because you were thinking it was gonna be Tom Hanks. By the way, I'm gonna mention this. I got more of my predictions correct
You got one
than
more.
Drake did. That's
you
more.
got one more.
Either
You're
way.
acting like you swept the
So
thing.
it was one more than you, more than you?
I'm not saying that you didn't get more than me. I'm saying you got one more. So don't act like you
Or more than you? I
burnt the house down with your picks.
think so. Burnt your house down.
Yeah, I got 13 and you got 14.
Thank you, Drake. Thank you for that. Round
Nice
of
job,
applause.
Riley.
Thank you, Drake.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Best supporting actor. I know. So I was saying, like, I know exactly why you thought Tom Hanks would win, and I completely agreed with you.
Yes.
Because I know it's always a lot of the time the Oscars they love the persona or that person specifically.
Yes.
That the person might be playing.
More than the the performance
Sometimes
is a big
there's
part.
definitely a key of it.
But if the
is
performance was good and you're playing someone that died,
yes, and as someone who
Just
is
give
as
them the
beloved as
award.
he was,
Yeah.
you could easily see they do that. They do.
I
that.
thought it was,
yes,
yeah.
I could easily have seen him.
But
doing
anyways,
it.
Bradley Pitt won.
Yeah.
Happy for him.
Thankfully, Irishman didn't win anything. I think
Did
you
it
and
not
I,
win any?
I don't think so.
That's incredible.
You and I got very happy about how the Irishman won nothing.
I thought it was going to win a lot more than it did, just simply because.
Remember what I said? I was like, I would be totally fine with him making awful decisions as long as the Irishman won nothing.
Yeah.
That'd be totally fine. with me.
Nothing could make up for Hugo, though.
You need to get over Hugo. I'm
I
gonna be honest with
can't.
You think
I
about that more
loved
than
the
I do.
book so much. And then Martin Scorsese was going to make a movie about it, and it was the best day of my life.
Became
It
somehow
was horrible.
the main
Oh, my God.
nomination option.
What was
for
that little
everything.
kid that was in it? Isn't that...
I don't know. Drake.
Yeah, Asa. It was Asa.
Asa Butterfield?
Yeah, it was Butterfield. It was the Butterman.
Isn't he in that sex ed show?
Yes.
On
That's a
Netflix?
pretty good show.
Yeah, that's right. Where was I? Leading role, we did that. Joaquin. Yeah, Brad Pitt. Yeah, Brad Pitt was good. He's probably the most memorable character. It's not like he was. I think you said this too. How he wasn't showing exactly like a great range of emotions, but he played the character so well, which warranted him winning. But yeah, I'm glad.
Speaking
Anthony
of-
Hopkins was good in Two Popes, by the way.
Speaking of that movie,
What?
you'll like The Nightingale because the dude that played Charles Manson from that movie's in it.
Does he play
Who also played Charles Manson in
leader
Mindhunter.
of drugged up hippies that go on
No,
a
he
killing
plays the
rampage?
dude's second in command.
Oh no!
The horrible.
That you said did horrible things.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and then we got actress in a leading role, Renee Zellweger.
Supporting role.
Did I skip one?
Excuse me. No,
I'm
you're
right.
right. You're right.
Thank you, Jake. In a leading role, yeah, she was the... I knew they were going to do that. Based on how often I've heard
that's the
basic
that's
critics
the thing
talk
you're
about
just
it.
talking about.
Yep, she's playing someone who died fairly young in her...
I bet
she had a traumatic life, Judy Garland did.
I bet the 14 people that saw Judy were really happy that she won.
Well, clearly everyone in the Academy have seen, I think, everything.
Well, I would hope so.
I would hope
If they're
so.
voting on it, I would sure hope so.
I think Charlize did she did a good job in Bombshell. I don't know if Saoirse Ronan did great. Scarlett Johansson I would have been very happy with, but they didn't. So I totally get why they chose Renee. Also, Renee dropped off the map for like 10 years.
I know, and then she comes
For
back
movies.
and wins an
She's
Oscar
like,
for a
I
movie
remember-
one saw.
Yeah, and
Incredible.
she's like, oh, hello, my friends, I'm back. And everyone, I thought she passed away.
No, she's going strong.
And Laura Dern won for Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah,
Which is
I'm
fine,
not surprised.
obviously.
I'm happy.
She won
I'm
it
just
for every
happy
other award ceremony.
Marriage Story won something. Okay,
Well, it needed to win more,
We
to
can
be
skip
honest.
over animated.
Why not? Wasn't that your favorite? That's one you got wrong. We both got wrong.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to give it
Said
to Missing Link.
Because
They gave
didn't
it to
that
Toy
win
Story.
the
It won most
Golden
other things.
Globe?
And it was the most highly, positively, critically received. I don't think those words work together, but whatever. But I just
You
said that
tried.
sentence. Thank you, Drake. Cinematography goes to Roger Deakins. I know you said, oh, it's always going to go to Roger Deakins. You know, it wasn't even until last year when he won for Blade Runner 2049 that he had been snubbed constantly by 15 times in a row. He was nominated for about 14, 15 times, Drake, and he hadn't won. And he clearly deserved it many of those times.
Well,
Think about it. Being nominated 14 times in a row, all those nominations, not one of them were a win. Think about it.
yeah.
Thank you. Also, by the way, a lot of the movies that he does the cinematography door. What? What is wrong with me? I almost said cinematography door. Doesn't make any sense. All the movies that he did the cinematography for, all of them do look a lot different. Very different. Very unique. What?
But not only was 1917 the obvious choice, but then to tag his name onto it, it was a no-brainer.
Sure. I know people got very
But
juiced up about the one shot.
I would have been okay with the Lighthouse winning,
Sure.
that
I could
was
see how
beautiful.
that could happen. Yeah.
but alas,
Costume design, they're clearly going to go with Little Women. They love period pieces, and they love big dresses in movies. They love them all the time. I remember, what was the one movie that Keira Knightley was in where...
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, it's not even at all what I was thinking. Where she plays a lady and...
Devil Wears Prada.
That's enough out of you, Drake.
What movie are you talking
I don't
about?
know. It takes place in like the 1850s, so she's going to wear a massive gown. And every time you have movies like that where it takes place in like the Victorian era, you're always going
Didn't
to
The
have...
Favorite win for
course it
costume
did.
design? Did Phantom Thread win?
I don't know.
If it didn't, I'm going to look. If that didn't win costume
God.
design,
Get
oh
over
my.
Phantom Thread, man.
No, I'm not going to. It got robbed.
Nobody cared about it.
You don't think Phantom Thread was better than Green Book?
Of course it was.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to talk about 2018 because 2018 was brutal. What an awful year. It was really bad.
Oscar
Did it?
winner, Best Achievement in Costume Design.
There you go. That'll make you happy.
Daniel Day-Lewis should have won Best Performance. The Woman should have won Supporting. And it should have won Best Score. And it should have won Directing and Picture of the Year.
I think you need to get over Hugo, and I think you need to get over Phantom Thread.
No, sorry. You can
Yeah.
find a new co-host if that's the...
That's fine. That'll be easy. See, Drake. Where are you going to go now, huh?
All right, Directing nominees. Our boy Bong.
Good job, Bong. Woo! Bong did it. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him as a whole.
I would have been
I was very surprised.
so sad if anything else won.
I was telling you, I thought they were going to give it to Sam Mendes. I really did.
I'm surprised that didn't win Best Picture. I mean, I'm glad that it didn't.
They made the right choice.
I applauded when Parasite
We like that
won.
movie, but it's
Yeah,
not,
it was
it's
very
not
good.
that great.
It was dare I say, Oscar bait.
You can definitely say that.
Any war
I still
movie
think
like
The Greatest
that.
Showman is definitely also one of those two. Oscar bait.
I disagree
movie.
with you there.
Huh?
Oscar.
Bait?
The Oscars notoriously don't like musicals all that much.
I'm saying they're going for that original song thing. They're like, oh, we're going to get it. We're going to get it by making
that
this
was
big
just
musical.
a musical.
Thank you, Drake.
I'm gonna make a movie and make the movie's gonna be awful, but I'm gonna write the best song
That's what they did at The
ever.
Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman wasn't awful.
I disagree.
Well, you don't like musicals, so.
Some of them. I play Miz.
Anyways,
La La Land. Those are the best examples.
yeah.
I can think of,
Any 19 any war movie like that they make, it's gonna get nominated
Not all the time.
most of the time.
When they're made like that, yes. If they're more made for the sake of just purely action, like Midway, which is awful, that's probably I think that's one of the worst war movies I've ever seen. That and like Wind Talkers, which is that World War II one.
Pearl Harbor.
Well, sure. But that's not the worst. That's not worse than Wind Talkers or Midway. Those two are pretty brutal.
Pearl Harbor's better than Midway.
Yes, as an overall movie, yeah.
Okay.
Do you need to watch Midway? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess.
No, I don't think you should.
Best documentary we can skip. Shorts we can skip.
Yeah, I didn't see any.
Editing, I don't really know how to judge. What I will say, I haven't seen Ford vs. Ferrari, but I have not seen. I could have seen Parasite winning editing. That montage sequence, incredible.
Okay.
I nearly cried, just because how incredible it was.
You teared
I was
up.
tearing
You're
up.
about to
Yeah,
tear up during a montage.
I was getting emotional for good reason.
Interesting, Drake. What did win? Oh yeah, Ford v Ferrari. I was confused, but whatever.
Remind me to mention something when we get. I'm having you remind me of a lot. I apologize.
I already forgot what the first thing.
Spiral.
You said was.
I remembered.
Okay.
When we talk about what won Best Picture, I'll talk about this. Just don't let me forget.
Okay,
Because I think
give me a list of things to do. You seem to remember anyways.
Hope you survive. Anyways, international feature film.
I'm glad they changed the name. I always felt like when they best foreign language film, it just felt like as if all those movies were lesser than just because they were foreign language and just pulled them all together. That's what it always felt like by its title, and I like that they changed it, just the name of it.
A lot of people were
It's a lot
upset
less condescending.
that
You know what I mean?
Antonio Banderas didn't win
I don't care about his movie.
lead actor.
Huh? That's all right. I skipped his movie. I'm all right. We didn't see it.
Speak for yourself.
I think we'll be all right. Yeah, and then that was his movie is Pain and Glory. I don't really know what it's about, but yeah. So technically, yeah, Bong Joon won 4 Oscars in one night. What a guy!
I'm so proud of him.
Makeup and hairstyling.
Not
That was
surprised.
bombshell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not surprised.
They did a nice job converting Charlize Theron and also John Lithgow to be Roger Ailes.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good. Movie was pretty good. You still have to see it.
Okay, here we
You
go.
have yet to put your eyes upon it. But, oh yeah, original score, Joker won for that, which was great. I like that score a lot. There's a lot of good scores, right? We like Marriage Story. You, for
Little
some reason,
Women,
like the Little Women soundtrack.
Marriage Story, and 1917 soundtracks were all awesome.
The Star Wars soundtrack for Rise of Skywalker, I barely remember. There's nothing really that stood out that's new from it.
When I was walking to my internship, and when I was walking back, I listened, and when I was there, I listened to the Joker soundtrack, Little Women, Marriage Story, and 1917s. And yes, I agree. I like the Joker one,
Yeah.
but I honestly think the other 3 were better.
Thanks, Drake.
Oh, did you do the music for Joker? Are you
I made
Hildur Gunnarlaugur?
How do you say it? We should look it up.
Gunna Aditwa.
Nope, that's not right.
Anyways,
Gudnadotir.
it was good, but I think the other ones were better. I really do. Especially Marriage Story and 1917s.
Yes, they are pretty good.
They were fantastic. It had to have been a close race.
Thomas Newman doesn't have anything to do with Randy Newman, does he?
I'll look it up. Is there any relation? I doubt it.
I don't think so, but always interesting to check. And then for Best Original Song, the Love Me Again from Rocket Man song that was written by Elton John won for the Best Original Song, which I was not surprised by. I still need to see Rocket Man, though. I'm kind of upset I haven't watched it. I'm sure it's better than Bohemian Rhapsody. What a mess.
Here we go.
What?
Thomas Newman is a member of the film scoring dynasty in Hollywood that includes his father Alfred, brother David, sister Maria, uncles Lionel and Emil, and cousin Randy Newman.
Huh. So I guess they are related. There we go.
Wow.
We thought wrong.
What a family.
I agree. All right. Best Picture of the Year. Marriage Story. Nope. What am I saying? I was about to read them off, and I only said Marriage Story by itself. Parasite took the dub. Good old Bong.
Which I'm very happy about. To me, it was by far the best movie of the year.
Easily.
Anyways, so this is what I wanted to talk about.
Let's hear it.
There was a guy that, and it was all over talk of film Twitter. It was people were roasting the crap out of this guy. He was a comic book YouTuber, like a comic
complaining
book
about Joker
movie.
not taking it?
No, well, partially,
Okay.
but he was like, he went on this like 5-minute long rant where he was like, this is he was like, well, Parasite was nominated for best foreign language movie.
What is that voice you're doing?
This is my impression of him. Parasite was nominated for best foreign language movie. How can it also be nominated for best picture?
That's just the overall.
It should be separate.
What?
He goes, it shouldn't be able to win both. Then he goes, well, I haven't seen it, but.
Oh, you broke the voice?
So he immediately.
You don't want to do the voice anymore?
I didn't want it. I was done with the voice. But it was the dumbest video I've ever seen in my life. And then he was talking about how he was like, oh, well, do other movie award shows in other countries have a United States award? Shut up, first of all.
If another country had one, they would just call it an international one.
Shut
Same
up,
thing.
first of all. Second of all, international separates international because we in the United States need to we need to stop being scared of subtitles.
Well, sure.
And watch movies with subtitles. So there's an International Film Award because we want these movies to get recognition. Yeah. And then there's Best Picture, which features every single movie ever. So they're totally different.
Usually the Best Picture is everything that was made by American production companies, generally. Or English-speaking production companies.
It can be anything.
Sure, yes. But generally it isn't.
Well,
but because the movie was so good,
that's why it was history.
It warranted itself landing on the normal Best Picture list.
But it wasn't like, it's not like international movies can't be up for the award.
Yeah, it's just sometimes they aren't considered over the others.
He, of course, deleted the video.
No, what?
Because he was getting ratioed. I
want to watch this video.
I know there's snippets on Twitter.
We'll watch it later.
I'll find you a snippet on Twitter. I won't play it over the air because I think he swears, but...
Yeah, best not do that. I'm not trying to get kicked off of our show. I don't know if we get kicked off. We might just get a slap on the wrist. The another thing too, Drake, the production design too. I know I told you Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was going to win. What did you say, if you remember?
For what?
Production design.
I said Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Did I tell you how they replaced almost the entire street of Hollywood Boulevard with new storefronts that they've designed themselves to match 1969? That's pretty ridiculous.
One thing that I always find impressive about movies like that, or just movies in a different time period, is the fact that they can get so many cars and like how they can have everything within a shot Like,
saying
no
that-
slip-ups.
Yeah,
like,
to have
it's-
that many
it's
old cars
impressive.
available.
And driving around and just, it's
I think part of the
impressive.
reason why they have so many is I'm pretty sure that the studio themselves own an absolute crap load of them
Probably.
in like storage somewhere. And I'm sure they also might utilize them from collectors. But I know one thing that they do, Drake, especially with like older cars. Let's say they're doing a chase scene for like a 1940s gangster movie where they're shooting and chasing each other in those old cars. What actually might happen is you might have the interior of the car might be that of a modern car, the interior and the engines and everything,
Right.
including its like suspension and things. But what they'll do is the entire exterior is just they just made it. You know what I mean? To make it look like the old cars,
Right.
For the sake of them being able to like destruct it and I don't know, blow it up or whatever they're gonna do with it. I'm just saying, like, if they're gonna do that, they're not gonna blow up those old cars. You know what I mean?
Right. I've just always been impressed
For scenes like that.
by that.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we can skip that. I think that's about it.
That's pretty
Live
much
action
everything.
short. Sound editing went to Ford v Ferrari.
I don't really know how to...
Sound
judge.
mixing.
Those are the kind of
1917.
awards where just...
Visual effects went to 1917.
Yes.
I thought they might give it to... No, actually, I'm fine they gave it to them. I would prefer that over the others. Over the other choices. Oh, yeah, and then adapted screenplay. Jojo Rabbit. Huh?
Yeah,
I
that
always
was...
wondered, did people watch that movie all the way through? It's not nearly as funny at all, or really funny at all, I should say, relative to Taika's other movies. You still need to watch some of his other movies. You've seen What We Do in the Shadows, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And then you haven't seen Hunt for the Wilder People.
No.
You haven't seen Boy.
I don't even know what that is.
It's one of his movies.
Oh, yeah, next you'll be telling me I have to watch Thor.
Well, it won't hurt you.
Yeah, no, it would hurt me very much. It would deeply...
Oh, you know what that makes me think of? Did you see that Sam Raimi is probably going to be the director of Doctor Strange 2? Good old Sam Raimi.
That has zero effect on me.
You don't care about Sam Raimi?
I don't care about the film.
Thank you, Drake. Why do you care about Birds of Prey then?
I don't know why. I don't know. Something...
Interesting.
I think it's I think what it is that it... I will watch a superhero, quote unquote, comic book movie if it's not revolved around like superhero like powers. Like Harley Quinn, that I know of, has no superhuman ability.
Yeah,
like I
That's true.
prefer them because
You're saying you
I
like the
can
more...
connect to them better because they're not like so far out of the realm of possibility.
You just like that it's a normal person utilizing their own skills, not necessarily special abilities.
Yeah, like I have
Just,
such a hard time like watching an Avengers
get
movie
it.
where they're like in space and
I
there's
get
like a big purple
That's why
guy.
I like Batman.
Like I
that's
can't.
That's why Batman's my favorite because
Yeah,
it's about him
well,
always
like
pushing
Batman
pushing
movies.
himself to that physical and mental limit that no one else can get to, and also his whole thing about how he's incorruptible and he himself is. I always liked his vision of like justice and stuff in those movies. They're great. And that's
Yeah.
why you and I are excited for that new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson.
Very much so.
And
Yes.
you loved obviously that good old Paul Dano, one of your favorites, is going to be in that.
Yeah.
And then Colin Farrell's going to be the Penguin. I think I said that. Didn't
Yeah,
I?
I'm excited.
He'll be a good Riddler. Paul Dano will be. What do you think? Yes? No? Maybe so?
I love Paul Dano, so yes, I agree.
There we go. Good stuff. I'm still confused about the... whatchamacallit? Birds of Prey. I know, I forgot the name. It's better than Suicide Squad, though, that's for sure.
Okay,
Yeah, what?
what's coming up? Upcoming. Okay, I remember. I want to
What?
talk about Spiral.
Let's hear it.
So, normally if a new Saw movie was coming out...
Oh, this is that. Okay.
Yeah. If a new Saw movie was coming out, I would say,
I don't care. That's what I would say.
okay. Like,
Yeah.
if it... Like, a lot of them hit streaming services like Netflix. I'll watch them just because there's sometimes, like, a good time. Like, I enjoy seeing the traps or whatever. But... the reason that this one has piqued my interest is the first trailer actually looks like the acting is good. Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson are in it, which is like so bizarre to me. And it's directed by the guy that directed the second one, which was one of the ones that it was still pretty good. Like 1, 2, and 3 were respectable, and then they all went downhill from there. So, promising cast. Looks like they're like taking a more realistic approach, and the director, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm a little confused still about what it is.
So,
was there a trailer?
Yes, there's a trailer.
Then I'll watch that.
It's kind of like a spin-off.
Of Saw, you're saying?
Yeah.
A prequel thing?
No.
No? Okay. I guess I just don't really understand.
A sadistic mastermind unleashes a twisted form of justice in Spiral, the terrifying new chapter from the Book of Saw.
Of justice, so he's like a vigilante. This is something else. He's a vigilante type person. You're saying? No? Yes? No? Hello?
I don't really know.
Thank you, Jake. So much info. It does sound interesting. I'm just mostly confused about its cast. I'm very confused about its cast. Let's see. What was coming out pretty soon here?
Isn't The Lodge coming out this weekend?
Yes, that's true.
I'm so excited for that.
Good mention. We need to see that.
I'm so excited for that. Because it looks Goodnight Mommy directors.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it looks Hereditary-esque.
I'll take Hereditary-esque. I like atmosphere in the movies like that.
From the trailer.
What happened to... I'm not a big fan of the way they've restructured IMDb's website. I don't know about you. You, Drake, hello?
It's okay.
When they changed it like a month ago.
It kind of...
I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah, I kind of don't really know what I'm doing.
No, me either.
I just kind of guess until I get there.
All right, so... Sonic the Hedgehog, everybody's favorite. And then
the only thing that
Island.
is... the only thing that is redeeming about...
Sonic?
Yeah, is that Jim Carrey's in it.
I guess so.
That's about it.
What else is out? Doolittle's still getting brutalized by critics, and I find hilarious. Sorry, Robert Downey.
I don't know why he agreed to do that movie.
I don't know. I'm sure that in the beginning, it sounded better than what exactly we saw and how it turned out.
I hope so, because...
Oh, and then in a couple weeks, you got The Boy 2, the movie no one asked for.
I can't even find upcoming. I've been looking for like 10 minutes, and I can't even find it.
I'll say it, and then
Here we go. I found it.
All right, good.
Portrait of a Lady on Fire is supposed to be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are talking about Oscars for this year.
Well, technically, that'd be next year.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Sorry.
Yeah, people are really hyping it up.
And there's also going to be Call of the Wild. Wow, the book that I didn't like very much. That's all I remember. It's also Harrison Ford playing around with a CG dog.
I'm
obviously
definitely
CG
not
dog.
going to see that.
Nope, we're good.
Is there anything that... Invisible Man, February 28th.
Did you hear when I said The Boy 2?
Yeah. Did you watch the trailer?
Yes.
The jump scare where...
Oh, my God.
The worst jump scare ever attempt where she was looking at the doll and then she tried to scare the doll. And they tried to make it like a jump scare. So desperate.
Was it like the eyes looked at her or something? Is that what it was?
No. The doll was just sitting there and then she out of nowhere just goes... Rah! Like she was trying to scare the doll.
I thought you were saying that the doll did something after she did that.
No.
And wasn't it established in that first movie that it wasn't a paranormal thing?
Yeah, it was the dude like,
it was
in
the dude
walls.
living in the wall. Like, spoilers, sorry for that first movie.
I don't think people...
Who cares? You'll be fine.
It's like The Pact. They copied The Pact and made it worse.
That was different, though.
Kind of. Like, he would move the doll around and, like, he was sneaking to get food and stuff, and he'd wear the mask.
Mm-hmm. But they clearly established in the first movie that it wasn't a paranormal thing, and that in this one it looks like it was paranormal. Okay. Thank you.
I don't know.
A haunted doll. Sounds like something we've seen before, Drake.
Anyways,
Remember that Annabelle movie? This the third one.
Guns Akimbo looks
Oh, so
horrible.
you're gonna skip over what I just said?
It's because we don't need to talk
Thank
about
you,
it.
Drake.
Guns Akimbo looks horrible.
Is
I don't know
that
if you watched the trailer.
Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah. The only reason I want to see it is because Reese Darby's in it.
Reese Darby.
Yeah, that's the only reason I
like
want to see
Reese
it.
Darby.
I love him.
He's a good New Zealand dude. Invisible Man. Wendy. What's Wendy? No, I don't care. Never mind. Don't answer. Don't answer the question. What else?
Yeah, I'm
It's not a whole lot.
there's not at all.
Not anything I'm really looking for. Oh, there's that Pixar movie.
I know we
called
say this
Onward.
every year, but
What?
this might be a rough year.
Don't say that. You're making me sad.
I'm really not seeing it a lot.
What is
I'm
this
already-
movie? What's
I'm-
the Ben Affleck movie, The Way Back? Oh, it's a basketball. I'm good. Never
Yeah,
mind.
I'm going to see it.
Back. I don't care.
I'm in April already.
You're going too fast. Bloodshot. That's supposed to be based on a comic. That's what Vin Diesel is going to be in. About some hero dude who...
Hey.
Okay.
Oh,
Thanks.
wait.
You did it again. I was
Sorry.
trying to say something. Thanks, Jake.
Well, I just saw Bo Burnham's in a movie, so I got excited. Oh,
Jeez.
Antlers. We are excited for Antlers.
I don't remember specifically what it is, but I know I want to see it.
That's the horror movie.
I think I'm mixing The Lodge and that together
Antlers
in my head.
is the one where Guillermo del Toro worked on it. And it's about, like, the...
Okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yes. Thank you.
Peter Rabbit 2.
Antebellum. Spiral.
Yep. New Mutants.
Maybe it's
That
not
final
that bad
X-Men
after all.
movie, technically.
Artemis Fowl.
Wow. No Time to Die.
I'm done. Is that the James Bond movie?
Yep.
I'm not looking forward to it.
I don't know. I didn't like the trailer.
The trailer, not... Yeah.
God, what if it's as bad as Spectre?
That'd be so sad.
That'll make me really sad. Spectre sucked.
Yeah,
Immensely.
It was really bad.
I don't remember any of the characters really from the movie. Remember the whole thing, how the reason why he's bad, why Christoph Waltz is bad? I don't know if it's the reason why he's bad, but he wanted to kill James Bond because he was part of his parents became Bond's foster
It
parents.
was the dumbest. I couldn't
and he
follow.
was jealous because or something, and he's like, yeah, I tried it, and then I wanted to kill my whole family. Like, what?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
And then he's going to be tossed in
all.
this movie, too.
That's
he's gonna be in it.
disappointing.
And then Lea Seydoux, who was also...
Come again?
Lea Seydoux. I'm not sure how to say her French name. The blonde girl from his love interest from the last one, from Spectre. She was introduced in that movie.
My memory.
I told
of
you,
that
I'm not remember. I
movie
don't
is-
remember her character's name. That's just the actress's
My,
name.
I wouldn't remember her even if you knew the character's name.
I don't remember that movie. I only saw it the one time, and I have yet to. Not yet. I will never watch it again. I know I said. Yet.
I just remember the opening was horrible. Like the special effects in the opening
when he's
were
in Mexico
really
City.
bad.
Yeah.
That's all I
And
remember.
the helicopters like coming
it
down.
just looked cheap.
You could see his head was. Do you know what masking is, Drake? That's when masking is when you're trying to cut out a character's body or like to place them on another layer. Because clearly, when you're trying to essentially place another item over another video or whatever, the point is that you're trying to put something over another thing that wasn't originally there. That's the point.
Right.
And what that is you're trying to cut out those borders to make the lighting and everything. You're trying to make it look as natural and as possible, and make it look like it's part of that scenery. But you can clearly tell that he isn't, because you can see there's just when you're doing tools like that in editing, you can do a smoothing effect around the borders of it to make it look. Sometimes you're trying to clean up the edges of it to make it look a little neater.
Right.
But you could clearly see the big smooth. Essentially, it would look like a circle. His head looked way too circular because that's how smoothed out it was, and it looked horrible. Clearly, you don't remember specifically what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't.
Thank you.
I just remembered that it was bad.
Yep, wasn't very good. Bad villain, crappy plot. Oh, and then there's also Black Widow. You don't care about that.
No, I don't.
I think it looks pretty good, though. What else is there? Legally Blonde 3. Huh? A third one? I didn't know there was going... Oh, then there's going to be another Scooby-Doo movie in May.
Yeah, I don't care about that one.
But he's a baby. He's a baby Scooby-Doo. Oh, there's Spiral. I now see Spiral.
Yes.
Furious 9.
I'm finally... Yeah.
Your favorites.
I have not watched a single one of those movies. Fun fact.
You haven't?
Never
You haven't
seen
seen
one.
the first one?
No.
I like the first one, and then none of them after that until Fast 5, which is actually an okay movie.
Yeah, I've never.
That's the one Dwayne Johnson gets introduced in the movie. Okay, thank you. I don't think you would like all the Fast and Furious, to be honest. Also, by the way, they changed drastically they go from criminal streetcar racers to then all of a sudden, in the first and second and a little bit of the third movie, that's kind of what they are. But then the third movie starts turning into more, they go deeper in the crime route, and then they become almost unstoppable superheroes, where everyone becomes kung fu masters. Everybody does.
I know for a fact I wouldn't like those movies at all.
No, you wouldn't. You know how much money they make in China? So much
Everywhere
money.
They make way too much money. They need to
But
stop.
a lot in China. Same with Transformers.
Stop making them.
Those two franchises make an absolute crapload of cash in China.
That's why they keep making them. We just got to boycott.
Let's see if you know what I'm talking about. What franchise almost always fails in China? Can you think of it?
I don't. Huh?
What this movie does horribly financially in China every time they release it in China?
Is it a series?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Star Wars.
Oh, good. I'm gonna
because it's
move to
not
China.
a part of their pop culture nearly as much as it is in the U.S. or across Europe.
I know where I'm headed.
It does horribly.
I know
China.
where I'm headed.
Oh, you're
going to
go to China?
It.
Just
yes.
Okay,
I'm
good luck not being
China.
able to watch some of the movies you want to with as much ease as you would be able
I'll
to.
Find a way.
That's true. Although actually, I'm pretty sure in China you can actually get those the VPN type stuff, and apparently the government doesn't really care if you're using those to get whatever you want. I don't know why I know this, but I do.
I'm headed to China.
All right, Drake. I'll see you later in China.
See you later.
Well, Drake,
Let's
let's close it out here.
Reach that time of night.
That's right. We had an interesting time.
Talk the Oscars.
You ignored me 3 different times towards the end there.
That's because Annabelle doesn't deserve being talked about.
Well, sometimes talking about bad movies is entertaining, but whatever.
Yeah, you've seen, what's that called? Fighting with Our Family.
Thank you, Drake.
You're welcome.
Thank you
Anyways, thank you for listening. It's been a good hour. You were listening to 91.7 The Edge, WSUW Whitewater.
Thank you guys for listening. Drake and Riley, we're out of here.
We'll see you next week. Stay safe. Goodbye.